Hello, it's Craig here from Wookie Video, where it is eternally sometime in the 1980s, and of course your local store for all the latest movies. So let's get this right. You're after something in the vein of Star Wars, of Superman, you want epic, you want special effects, you want blockbuster material that's great for kids, something based on a toy franchise. Now that's a tough one. Stop the bus! I've got it. And it's a good one. It is only the brand spanking new video release of the live action version of Masters of the Universe. I have the power! Okay, enough of that. Now are you ready for 5 reasons why? Join me in a few moments.
Contact Evil Lynn.
Evil Lynn. Skeletal demands a report.
I have the key, my lord. The natives are fools.
So what's it all about? Well, the evil Skeletor and his minions have captured Castle Grayskull and the Sorceress of Grayskull, and now plans to take over the universe. So to achieve this, he's after the Cosmic Key, a powerful invention that can open up a portal to anywhere in the universe. He-Man, Man-at-Arms and Teela and lovable Gwildor actually have the only remaining prototype of the key and manage to jump through a portal to Earth to escape. There they embroil in a heart-stopping adventure with 2 local teenagers, Julie and Kevin. But there's a problem. Skeletor's army then follow He-Man and the gang to Earth and wreak carnage to acquire the key. So here's my 5 reasons. Number 5. The Go-Go Boys. The Masters of the Universe was produced by the legendary cousins Yoram Globus and Menahem Golan, dubbed as the Go-Go Boys by Hollywood. The Israeli duo have produced a slew of TV and movies in the 70s and are continuing their successes here in the 1980s with their company, the Cannon Group. They've performed material for Chuck Norris, Sylvester Stallone and Charles Bronson with the Death Wish sequels. The material they create are mainly focused on action and thriller, and that equates to video rental gold here in the 80s. But they did produce the raunchy comedy Lemon Popsicle back in the 70s that's still a popular rent these days. Number 4. A real Toy Story. Okay, so this film wouldn't even have existed if it wasn't for the Mattel line of toys that were a phenomenon from just a few years ago. We are still in 1987 here, people. It all started in the late 70s. After the global success of Star Wars, toy maker Mattel wanted to cash in on the success of the Kenner Star Wars action figures. So throwing in a bit of Luke Skywalker with Conan the Barbarian, they created a series of good and evil characters that were pitted against each other in the world of Eternia. To help create some buzz, they even hooked up with DC Comics to help bring Masters of the Universe to life. It didn't go smoothly as they ended up in a lawsuit with the owners of Conan, who were gearing up to produce their own film version of that. However, Mattel actually won the case. So a little further down the line, an animated series was created by Filmation that originally aired on the 5th of September 1983 and ran for a whopping 65 episodes. My younger brother loved the He-Man animated series and collected all of the figures. He had Castle Grayskull, Snake Mountain, and the baddies were always the favourites. I mean, Trapjaw was awesome, and it's a shame Trapjaw doesn't appear in this live action version. Number 3. Over-the-top performances. As expected, Masters of the Universe is a real fun treat for everyone, and all of the cast have free rein to camp it up in true pantomime style, and of course the baddies steal the limelight. Meg Foster plays the beautiful and deadly Evil Lynn, Skeletor's scheming henchwoman with a shape-shifting ability. On the other hand, hot on the heels of the recent Rocky IV, Dolph Lundgren's performance as He-Man might look fantastic, but he's a little wooden if I'm being perfectly honest. There's also the lovable Gwildor, played by Billy Barty, Teela, played by Chelsea Field, and there's a relative newcomer called Courtney Cox, who plays the teenage Julie. She seems fairly average. She's already appeared in some TV shows such as Love Boat, Murder, She Wrote, and even Bruce Springsteen's video for Dancing in the Dark. She'll probably disappear into obscurity. Bless her. Number 2, the soundtrack. Right, so hearing the theme tune of this film may sound amazingly just like Star Wars and Superman. It's been clearly inspired by them, but it does deserve some credit in its own right. It was composed by Bill Conti, and let's face it, Bill Conti is phenomenal. With bona fide pop culture classics such as Rocky, Dynasty, For Your Eyes Only and Karate Kid under his belt, there's no reason why this wouldn't be great. It's rousing, catchy, and so cinematic and worthy of your respect. However, it is such a shame they didn't actually use the animated series theme tune.
And the Masters of the Universe.
So, are you ready for my number 1 reason why you should hire this film? Okay, here goes. Number 1 has got to be Frank Langella's Skeletor. Now you may have noticed I didn't mention Frank Langella earlier, and that is because I wanted to give him a whole chapter on his own. Why? Because he's phenomenal. Frank Langella has announced that Skeletor is his favourite gig of all time. He clearly relishes every moment of his screen time and the ultimate camp baddie, and did it just for his son, who was a huge fan of the animated series and toys. Langella is a classically trained and Tony Award winning actor and carries £5 of makeup and a script meant to animate those childish cartoon figures. He steals the limelight in every scene he appears in. And watch it till the very end when Skeletor gleefully announces something to the screen. So, just like Star Wars and Superman, Masters of the Universe is bound to be the new franchise that everyone has been waiting for. I can't wait to see how it all goes for He-Man's on-screen future. I've got a direct video link up to the future with my trusty TV screen here. So, let's consult the Oracle of Video Future for a message. Are you there? Are you kidding? Masters of the Universe is a bomb. It won't have any sequels, however, it will become a cult classic in one of the coming decades. Sadly, the He-Man franchise will die a death. However, Netflix are currently looking into a new development with an actor named Kyle Allen. Netflix? What's that? The Oracle has spoken. Hey, you can't just disappear on me like that. Hey! Well, fancy that. So there you have it, 5 reasons to hire Masters of the Universe. Not a perfect film by any means, but fun, campy and a real popcorn blast. Want it? Excellent. Well, if you can return that by 10 AM tomorrow, that will be fantastic. I do hope you enjoy it. Why not become a member of our video store by hitting the subscribe button, and this will allow me to keep you posted of any new movies released in our store. As a prize member, I will always give you the first dibs on what is hot. So if you have any suggestions for any new movies or any old movies that we can stock on our shelves, why not let me know in the comments below. So until next time, and don't forget, be a mate, be sure you don't return it late. And be a friend. Rewind when you get to the end. See you later.